On today's episode, we have a ton of listener questions.
Flow rolling is fake.
How to still train around an injury.
Double standards with vibrators. What are we doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BJJ Balance podcast. It is episode 89. Man, we are inching closer.
Ooh, yeah, 89. And guess what we're doing on episode 100? We're doing a giveaway, I think, right, Kenny? We're going to do a giveaway.
We're going to do a little gi giveaway.
A little gi giveaway. What's up, guys? Welcome back. 89. This is coming out. We're in June. We're deep in June. It's hot as fuck outside, but hey, all good. All good. AC's on. Solar. Got to get solar, Kenny. I know you're moving houses soon.
Yeah.
Gotta get solar, dude.
Yeah, I think solar.
That is a must. For sure. Find solar already on the house if you can, unless you're going new.
Right.
I know there's a lot of good incentives for new builds, and some of them come with solar, but it's usually not enough solar. But if you can find something with solar or a pre-built pool, your boy will be over there.
I don't want a pool.
No pool?
No, bro. That's what I told you. I grew up building pools and maintaining pools and whatnot. I know what comes with pools down the line in regards to maintenance, and it ain't cheap, dude. It ain't cheap. I don't want that fucking headache. And I also know cleaning people's pools, how often they get used. When you buy or when you build a pool in first, you use it a lot for like the first maybe like year. That second summer, that third summer, it just starts to drop. Where eventually now you've just got this big thing of water in the backyard that you spend fucking $100-something a month to pay somebody to maintenance it, and it never gets fucking used.
And you know how to maintenance it, so you won't pay somebody.
Correct.
So I'll just be spending your free time out there.
Yeah, my time.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's like a pond for you, like me in the pond.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah, fuck that pond.
I
don't even know Matt's. I know Matt has a pond in his backyard. That's about the extent of my knowledge of his pond. And
it is a piece of shit, dude. My fish, they're all like, dude, you gonna feed us? Like, I don't want it, dude. I fucking feed them.
I didn't know you had fish in your pond.
They're fucking big ass. I have like 40 goldfish, dude.
Oh, no
big
shit.
Ones.
Like koi?
I had like three kois. I had 3 big ass kois. Raccoons came over and ate them. Big old storks come down.
You're like, hey, fucker, those are expensive.
Now, why are you eating expensive ones for, dude?
Damn.
This is a true story. It's a fucked up story, but it's a true story. We had a white koi fish. His name was Kobe Bryant. Stork took him. He legit flew away. Crazy, dude. That's a bad joke, but that's true. So now it's just all cheap, big goldfish though. And they just keep fucking, dude. And this is like a fuck fest in there. Yeah. And every spring there's just more fish, dude. Big ones. And like, I want to drain it this summer. I drained the pond. I'm tired of it. Let the heat dry it out. But you know, your boy I'm kind of a softie, and I'm like, dude, what about these fish? Are gonna die, dude? Like, what am I?
No.
So I got to put an ad in and like, who wants these fish?
Yeah, somebody else can swoop those.
That's what I gotta do. I know some are gonna die, obviously, but hey, what it is, man. Pond life, you know. That's some real white. It's some real white shit.
We've got. Oh, you had a topic that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you know what? I want to talk about people who just like flow rolling, and I know we've done this in the past, but we got a lot of new listeners. We got a lot of new followers, and I feel like it's time to reiterate like why I don't believe in flow rolling. I don't believe in flow rolling. I believe in drilling. I believe in sparring. I believe in situational sparring. But flow rolling is just a tool that littler guys use for big guys, so the big guys don't go so hard. Because like flow rolling, what is the concept of flow rolling? Do you let the guy pass? You let the guy like catch and release? Like I've never understood it, and maybe that's why. I don't know. I just feel like it's a term that's used, but you don't know how hard that guy's going, and how do I know you're not flowing? I don't know, man. I just feel like if you're going to spar and we're going to roll, say, hey, you want to roll? Let's roll.
Right.
The higher belt's not going to roll crazy with the white belt anyways, but doesn't mean he's not rolling hard. If I roll with a white belt, that doesn't mean I'm not rolling hard. It just means I'm rolling with you to your skill level. Right. It's not flowing. I'm still rolling. I'm not like letting you pass. Like,
well, even in that video that you posted of this is my round with a white belt. Like you in the video, you're like, grab my leg, grab my leg, grab my leg. You know what I mean? Like you weren't flow rolling, but you're still letting him work and telling him like, hey man, do this. Like it's there, do this, you know?
Yeah. I'm teaching while I'm rolling. That's not flow rolling. I'm still I still front rolled into him, you know, whatever. But like I'm trying to, like, what I'm saying is like, if you're just cupcake rolling to maybe warm up before class, well, why not just roll?
I feel like it's the jiu-jitsu equivalent of like a karate kata.
It's hitting pads. It's hitting pads for jiu-jitsu.
I feel like hitting pads would be more like a situational, like drilling. I feel like drilling is hitting pads.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I think it sucks, bro.
I feel like flow rolling is it's like the equivalent of like shadow boxing, or like it's like an imaginary fight with like, but there's no resistance.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than jiu-jitsu. If someone comes up to me, hey, you want to flow a little bit? I'm like, fuck, man. No, not really. I want to roll. You want to roll? You want to roll? You want to flow a little bit? Want to move around? No, I don't, dude. I want to take your back and put my fucking neck or my arm around your neck and squeeze till you fucking tap. That's what I want to do. I don't want to fucking flow.
Yeah.
Ooh, flow. I'm just not a fan of it. I just think it's not fun, dude. It's not fun at all. It's bumper lanes for bowling, dude. That's what it is. It's you know,
right.
It's wearing a condom when you're fucking. It's
flow rolling.
It's eating cereal with a fork, dude.
Oh my God. Just go raw. Just go raw.
It's the little bag of chips, dude. It's fucking not cool, dude.
You get like 7.5 Cheetos.
Yeah. It sucks, dude. Flow rolling is for the weak. Roll. You only want to flow roll with me because I'm bigger than you. And you want to use that as you not trying to get absolutely boat raced and gas for your next round. Yeah. So you're using the flow roll as an excuse to get through me and go on to the next guy. That's more fun.
Hey, I didn't put on this gi not to raw dog jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, bro. What are we doing? Let's roll. Let's roll. That sucks. You got paired up with me. I'm sorry. You don't look cooler by coming up to me and being like, hey, you want to flow roll? Yeah. No. Hey, you want to move around a little bit? Want to flow a little bit? No, I don't. I really don't. That's what I gotta say about that.
One last thing before we dive into this barrage of listener questions we were hit with this weekend. Shout out to SoCal Miggs and his Cuckwall confessional.
Sick. Saw that.
Yeah. So, you know, it's again, heard a term, heard a Nose Nation term, listened to the pod, heard the term on the pod, sitting on the Cuckwall, decided to give his little confessional about it. So, you know, hopefully more of those are coming.
When you start something like that, bro, now you gotta start thinking about what your next confessional is going to be about. Or I guess you could just ask guys in your class, come sit, join me here.
Yeah. You should do that.
Cuckwall confessional.
He should do that. You should totally do that. That's a good gym to do that at too. There's a varying, yeah. Here we go. Listener questions. Ghost Rider.
Hey, hold on, bro. You think Drew's Cuckwall confessional would be that he cries at night after PGF when they all yell at him? He just goes home and fucking cries. Everybody hates me. No one respects me. I throw beanbags at him. PGF season 8. It's going to be exciting. The most hated man in PGF.
Oh, dude, shout out Chris Olivo. So he competed at the last PGF at what was that weight? That was 205, right?
No. Or some of the guys were weighing that though. I think it was lighter. Yeah. And then they ended up going up in weight. So he said that he walks around at about 170, 180, and he's cutting down for the 155 season 8. Hey, well, think about Chris Olivo. That motherfucker's game.
Yeah.
Right now, looking at the names that have been dropped, a lot of good guys, but Jet Thompson got dropped.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And he gonna be tough to beat, dude.
Yeah.
That kid is phenomenal.
Yes, he is. And he just graduated high school.
Fuck, dude.
Brown belt.
Graduate high school.
Yeah.
Probably wants to buy a Tesla. High school kids like Teslas, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, but he's from like the South, bro. That kid wants a fucking one of the
Ford Ranger.
No, I'd say a Silverado with the ass end that's super low and the front end's jacked up.
I used to want a truck like that, low key. This is the Hemet in me, bro. I used to want like a fucking truck. I used to want a truck that was just a little bit like that, flared fenders, dude. I used to want that whole fucking setup, dude. And don't now. I just keep my truck stock.
Now you got
my truck stock as fuck. Oh God, Kenny, we were looking at that 01. God,
yeah. What a car! What a car! Way to go, America! We're fucking back, boys.
Check this out. What we need is we need a rich follower. We need a rich follower to be like, hey, Matt.
ZR1's coming back. Or ZR1's back. Fucking Dodge dropping the electric Challenger. Bringing back the Barracuda and bringing back the fucking SRT Hemi. We're back, America.
Back.
We're fucking back.
We're
America.
so fucking back, dude. Yeah. We're so back, dude.
The electric, bro.
There's a retard filter.
Right. Well, hold on. You know the 2035 California, every new car's got to be electric. That's out the door. That got shut down last week. Yeah, we're back,
Hell
baby.
Yeah. There's a retard filter on Snapchat apparently.
Yeah.
I just thought there was a lot of good-looking Downsy girls, dude. Apparently, no,
it's like a whole thing, dude.
People are being absolutely disgusting and mean and and making fun of it. That's not cool at all. But hey, man, we're so back. We're so back, dude. We're so back. I do not condone that at all. We're back.
Ghost Rider 85. Any advice on how to escape the close guard from a taller opponent?
You don't want to get in the guard. So yeah, tall opponents want to guard. He wants to climb. He wants wrist control. He wants neck control. So you need to have good posture. And you need to elbows in, literally look to the sky, because he wants to pull down your neck and climb up your body. He probably wants a triangle, right? And as soon as that guard's open, you got to stand up and pass, or you got to stand up in his close guard. The best way to pass any guard, whether they're tall, which is harder, is to stand up. You put your knee in his ass, try to open that way. That shit's kind of whack. You got to stand up. You grab the wrist
if
control.
Their legs are long enough, that the knee and the fucking ass thing isn't going to do much. It's just going to.
Not really. Yeah. It's just, wrist control, step with the foot. You have the wrist, stand up, shimmy him down, push down on the leg, knee slice, step away, Toriano pass. Opening the guard, standing is the way to eliminate that, but to avoid the close guard from a tall opponent. That's where they want to be. Also, right hands and elbows. If it was MMA, that is how you defeat a close guard from a tall guy.
Less technical, equally as effective. High calorie blue belt hack here. Eat some more burritos. Make the midsection a little larger. You're filling out the legs at that point. Yeah,
because then they're not. Then they're connecting at the toes of their guard, you know?
Yep. Check that out. Look at that. I'm learning, boys. I'm fucking learning.
An open guard is a dangerous guard, but it's also a passable guard. So I'm just going to get it passing.
What else we got here? Mark leg action. Is water wet? And what color is a mirror?
Depends on what you ate. No, water. That's one of my sayings is water wet, dude.
Water's wet.
Technically, I don't even know if that's even like a real thing, but yeah, water is wet, bro. And what was the other part?
What color is a mirror? Silver.
Yeah, I would say silver, or the color the color behind you.
Excuse me. Mirrors are just glass layered with either silver or aluminum on the backside surface, and that's what creates a reflection. So
if you go into someone's house you've never been to and you see a mirror in the bedroom, like at a very strategic location, do you think like, oh, these motherfuckers are freaks?
For sure. 100%.
That's why it's so much
funner. Why is there a mirror on the ceiling? There's a mirror on the ceiling because they like to watch themselves fucking. 100%. That's the only reason there's ever a mirror on the ceiling. So if there's
you know what sucks about being an adult Okay. This is what sucks about being an adult. When you're fucking girls and you're younger and they're not in the master bedrooms, they always got a lot of them have the closet door mirror.
Yeah.
And that thing is gangster. You're just getting all the angles. When you become an adult and you buy your own home, you have to, usually the closet is connected to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's connected to the bathroom. So you don't have a mirror. So you have to like look at the TV reflection and shit. Like it's not working as good. It's not as cool, dude. It's not as cool as when you were younger. It's not, definitely not. So yeah, if you see custom mirrors in the bedroom,
there's an intent for that.
You guys have a good relationship. Everybody send me pictures of their bedrooms where the mirrors at. No, don't do that. I don't want to like visualize you guys doing the nasty. Please, yeah, don't do that. That's
the American Dad, if we could incorporate tag team BJJ like WWE style, what 4 people would you have fight?
I think that'd be fucking sick. I saw the clip that you sent me. And I thought it was very, very cool. And I'm going to set up a tag team match in the gym. Maybe Monday. Maybe cool. Monday I'm going to set up a tag team jiu-jitsu match. I think it would be cool. I thought it was very cool. Bring the guy over, keep the guy in the corner. Don't let him get up. You're in a bad position. Shows the guy crawling to get a tag. Once he gets a tag, the guy's on top of you now. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was pretty fucking cool. So I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to commentate something. Like I feel like I'm trying to commentate. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing breakdowns, enjoy doing all that kind of stuff. So
I could see that happening.
We'll see what happens.
This one's from Anonymous. Why can't low-level coaches fuck the 30-year-old plus women that who throw it at them? They talk about the power dynamic, but it's like an assistant manager at a Burger King type of power to a non-employee.
Like shitting in the shower. I know all about this. Anyways, look, you can't fuck your students. You can't.
No. I think they're saying like moms. Because he says like, it's like an assistant manager at a Burger King type power to a non-employee.
I think you can hook up with whoever you want to hook up with, as long as it doesn't affect the bottom line of your professor's gym.
Yeah.
You start hooking up with people and then all of a sudden they're pull 4 of their kids out of class. Your professor's gonna be like, hey, motherfucker.
Right. Or one of them ends up being Giselle. And now you're married to a fucking multimillionaire model. Way to go.
You just got to know where you put your piece. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. There's that story. Remember, Thiago Silva, the old UFC fighter, and he would do the freaking throat slash. He was insanely crazy. And, he found out that one of his chicks, his wife or something, was hooking up with her jiu-jitsu professor. And he rolled up to the gym with that tool and came in there.
No shit.
And like, he's in prison now, I think.
No shit.
He's in jail. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Hey, just because you're a black belt, just because you're high level, just because you got that purple belt swag and you're hooking up with these moms doesn't mean that these wives' husbands don't feel justified in doing what they need to do. Cause you know what I mean? Like that's, right. You gotta be careful out there, guys.
Body like a glow stick. Are there less strippers now that OnlyFans is so popular?
Shitty body, dude. Fuck, dude.
Are there less strippers now that that OnlyFans is so popular?
I don't think so. I think there's probably more, and they just promote their OnlyFans.
It's like a contingency.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a guy who pays for it, dude. Your boy don't pay for it. I don't pay for it. If I'm not going to pay for instructional, I'm not going to pay for a chick flicking her bean, dude. It's just not for me. I'm just not really into that stuff. So yeah, no, I don't. I don't know. I think OnlyFans should be for jiu-jitsu instructional. That's what I'm thinking about doing. But
jumping back to the tag team question, he did clarify. I just remembered that he had this here. How do you think it would be formatted? Under 185, over 185, 2v2, etc.? I think if it's tag team and you're putting your team together, I don't think the weights really matter at that point.
Picking your opponents, you'd probably want a heavyweight and you probably want a cardio guy. So that's the best tag teams of all time, are a little guy and a big guy. The Thunder and Lightning, you know what I mean? So I think that would be the best. Or two bigs, you know what I mean? But I think like having like someone who can control and cook, and then all of a sudden you have someone who's a good finisher, two different types of skill sets would be probably the best way to do it.
We got Austin Adventure RN. Is Craig called yet? I just booked my CGI tickets.
I'm gonna have bad news, guys. Bad news. Your boy might not be able to go. My wife couldn't get the time off of work. Damn. I'm pretty disappointed about it. Unless I get hired on or I get asked to go for media purposes, and they're like, hey, and I know I can make some money on it.
Right.
I can't swing it. Unfortunately, I'll be fucking watching it from here. And that makes me sad because I want to go so bad, but I don't know. But I am thinking about going to World Nationals in Vegas here at the end of the month here.
Nice. American Nats or
American Nationals, I think. Yeah. American Nationals. Sorry. I'm just driving up there. It's a 1-day thing. I'll be up there in Vegas watching the guys.
Nice.
So I think about doing that. Take a Thursday off. So.
Big Bakes 4. Hey guys, Burrito Big Blue Belt listener since the beginning, by far my favorite BJJ podcast. Potential question for the pod. Today I signed up at a local tournament that is 22 days out and I need to lose 11 pounds. I was down at that weight a couple of months ago, but started slacking on the diet. I'm going to put in the work, but wondering if y'all have any suggestions on nutrition, exercise, and BJJ training to shed the weight and get ready for the comp. Thanks, guys.
11 pounds is easy. 11 pounds is easy. A good gi night, a good fucking gi night. I mean, a good one where you're off the cuck wall and you're really fucking getting after it. Maybe you're even fucking wearing a hoodie under your gi, which is a legit strategy. I'm just assuming he's gi. If it's no gi, then obviously maybe wear a hoodie while you're doing no gi. You know what I mean? You could lose 6-7 pounds and a good fucking sweat. You know what I mean?
I'm going to give you water weight. I'm going to give you the hack of hacks right now. So you've got the time, 22 days out. You got 3 weeks. You could easily drop probably six to 8 pounds of natural weight in that time with diet and normal exercise without shedding water weight. I'm saying, and then you can cut the rest with water weight, which would be easy. Take your ass to chat GTP. I'm not kidding. Tell it what your goal is, that you're trying to get down as much as you can, and that you need a nutrition plan. And it will literally give you macros that you need to follow as far as like this many calories in, this many carbs in, this much protein, and then go to the app store and there are tons of free calorie macro trackers, and you literally enter in your macros that you need to eat each week, and you can log all of your food. You can do it ahead of time, meal prep at minimum your lunches, if not your dinners as well. If you eat strict and keep your training up over those 22 days, you will absolutely cut down at least 6, if not 8 pounds in that time range. And then you're only water cutting anywhere from 4 to 5 pounds max.
And then you're going to want to go to spitting in a cup, chewing gum. There's a lot of little tricks you can do.
Yeah.
And to lose weight, it's, look, why can you just fight at a higher weight? Why don't you just fight where you're at? You're 11 pounds heavier. Why don't you get a hold? You could also get a hold of the tournament and be like, look, I'm not going to make that weight. Can you move me up a division? I'm sure it's not too late yet. 22 days out. I'm sure they could just move you up.
I don't think he wants to go ultra heavy.
Gangster shit, bro.
I don't blame him.
Fuck him.
I don't blame him.
Fuck him. We're not that bad, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're 220 and you got to go ultra heavy, now you're going against a guy that's 280.
Yeah. We get big out here.
Hey, my man. Big. Chat GDP.
We'll throw your ass a little bit. You know what I mean?
I've been under Matt. Chat GTP macros.
Knee and face, stuff like that.
This one is from CJ Paris. This one says, I train at a Dominion BJJ in Manassas, Virginia. I travel 7 hours away to work and train in order to get my black belt under my original instructor. The training room I'm currently in is the only environment I have found that can continue my jiu-jitsu to grow. I have plans to open a school with my wife when the time is right. I believe it's the only way I can duplicate the feeling I have training at the gym that I started in. I appreciate you both and what you do for the jiu-jitsu community.
Well, thanks, bro. And we're looking forward to doing a seminar at your gym to help you guys grow when you do decide to start it. So is that like he's just saying what he's doing, or does he have a question?
No, so his question up here. Yeah, here's his question. It says, as a competitor, I have an A game that has been unstoppable since white belt. It's basic. When is it time to bring exploratory game to jiu-jitsu?
On your free time and your own rounds. There's nothing wrong with leveling up your money moves. I think being good at having a game and having a very good game is phenomenal. There's 10,000 moves in jiu-jitsu. Like Roger Gracie says, all you got to be as good at 8. Roger Gracie, very traditional old school cross choke, beats everybody. He never changed his game in comp. Till someone can shut it down, why would you stop doing it? I would just keep playing your game. But yeah, you need to learn, because if you're going to be an instructor someday and you got to learn other techniques. Other techniques are important to learn. You need to develop stuff, because your game it's probably works because you're great at it, and also because it really complements your body type, which I've noticed. Like a lot of times your body type really helps your game. Like I have a great body for lasso guard. I have shorter little legs, and I can just load you up pretty good because I'm built like a square. So, but like, you need to learn other stuff, because one day you're going to have a student, because you want your own gym, who wants to learn half guard. You got to be able to show them stuff.
Right.
So develop the game on your own, but in comp, it's good for you to freaking build your resume. So keep getting those W's.
Yeah. Here we go. Bryce side _BJJ. Where are you and the team eating after a hard comp class or tournament?
Hard comp class, sushi. If it's SoCal, if it's Southern California and the whole team's going out, it's usually sushi.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu class, we like sushi. I know you're looking for a purple belt answer there, and it came across my mind, but not with a sweaty bag. We're going to get food. But yeah, usually sushi. Sushi is that's the number one meal getter for most guys. And that I know that train jiu-jitsu, everybody's like, well, sushi? I'm like, oh, dude.
I think that's a good answer
classes got really expensive.
I think that's true too, because sushi, because the portion size can be small to large. I mean, if you want more, just order more rolls, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? So you don't have to, or you can just get one small roll and like still have some food in your stomach, but not be, overeaten. I feel like if you go eat like something like Mexican, like it's just everything's going to be heavy. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I'm never hungry after training though. And as a married athlete, I've already been at jiu-jitsu for 4 hours, dude. And it was an hour class, and I've already been hanging out. I need to get my ass home. So your boy doesn't really go out with the squad after training like I used to, maybe before I got like more responsibilities. So, I go home and I'm like, hey, and I send her a text like, hey, you want coffee on the way home? And she goes, okay. And I'm like, oh shit, I was being at jiu-jitsu a little too long. And that's usually how my jiu-jitsu goes.
The OG Rins, if I start rolling again, do I have to add BJJ to my IG handle, or can I roll without adding it?
I mean, you should. I mean, what are we doing here?
I was hesitant to do it until I got, I asked Matt. On one of the very first episodes of the pod. And I don't think I would do it as a white belt. I didn't do it as a white belt. I feel like I had to like earn that. So when blue belt came and then I asked Matt about it, Matt's like, man, fucking do it, dude. Like, and I was like, all right, fuck it. And literally that week I changed it.
Well, we've said this many times. We're going to say it again. Look, if you want to add BJJ to your handle, go for it. Gun guys add 556 to their names. Right. Freaking yoga guys add yoga. Gym dudes add barbell queen. Like whatever, IBJJF, dude. Like,
I'm sorry, not IBJJ. IBF
Pro or whatever.
Pro. Yeah.
People add what they
fit.
are. Like,
they just throw fit at the end of it.
My wife, it was a vegan, so her handle is still She's not anymore. Thank God. I'm not cheating on her with fucking hamburgers anymore. She was a vegan. Her handle's veggie drawer because she only liked vegetables for a while. She hasn't changed it. Look, whatever you want to do, usually your handle is something that you're about. Like,
right.
If you put 420 on your handle, you probably like to smoke. If you like jiu-jitsu, add BJJ to it. But what I've said in the past, Kenny, what's the one thing you've got to make sure?
Don't forget that second J.
Don't forget that second J. That could be a problem for you. But yeah, add it. Fuck it. Whatever. And if you don't want to add it, don't add it. Fucking, I know people add like something jiu-jitsu's wife or jiu-jitsu mom or BJJ mom.
Right.
Don't. All you BJJ moms out there, don't forget the second do not.
We got a question. This is from Steven. I want to say his last name's Donate. I could totally be fucking that up. My bad, bro. He has a son that trains with Poncho at Checkmate Menifee, and he's looking to get back into jiu-jitsu. He says, is 41 too old to start my jiu-jitsu journey? My 7-year-old has been training for almost 3 years, so now I'm afraid that he may roll me up one day. Probably will, bro.
He probably will. By the time he gets 15, you're going to have your hands full.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should probably get in that fucking room. You're not too old. 41 is not too old. No. I'm 41. I'm still rolling. Yeah. You're going to be 51 at black belt. That's still young. Hey, 51, 50 is still young.
And Steve's also in great shape. The dude's like he clearly hits the gym. So he's in great shape. You're going to be fine, man.
Yeah. You got 30 years left when you hit 50.
Yeah.
That's freaking plenty of time, bro. Like 50 is not, a lot. I hate when people say I'm past it and they're like 35. You're not.
Right.
You're not past it. That's fucking, there's no time has been spent at all.
Right. Yeah.
It's perfect time. Midlife crisis means start something new. Don't be afraid to freaking get out there and make memories with your son and be a jiu-jitsu dad son combo. That's the coolest thing ever. Being able to do something, share something with your son is the absolute best thing that you can do. I kind of looking forward to like maybe teaching a class at Checkmate Menifee. That's the only place I haven't visited yet and I haven't taught yet. So I kind of really want to do that one of these evenings. Louie, DM me. Let's work something out.
This is a question from Delo _1551. This is the guy who,
this is the guy who wanted to fuck the judo guys. Delo. A couple weeks ago.
And then show him the ropes.
He's all, hey guy, this is the question. Okay. I already know before you even say it. Hey guys, so the judo guy's pregnant.
It says promoting your active duty military students before they PCS out. If they get to a new gym, the old belt clock starts over again. Should you give them a new belt before they're ready so that they don't get fucked? So let's say let's say it's a 2-stripe white belt. He's got a year under his belt. And if he leaves now and goes to a new gym, he's going to be a white belt starting over again. So to your clock. I've seen professors promote early at white because
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mateo got his purple belt.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Congrats to him.
Mateo got his purple belt. Yeah, but
Mateo's definitely a purple belt,
he has the skills of a purple belt. But Mateo competed a lot. And I know Hanato was thinking about, the better you are, the longer you cook at belts. And because you're trying to build a resume, and why be just a regular purple belt when you're going to go to purple belt, be a good purple belt? You know what I mean?
Right.
So Hanato was slow burning him and justifiably saw the kid's good.
Right.
But Mateo, thank you for your service, just signed up with the Marines. So he's leaving. So he's going to be gone for a couple years.
Right.
So Hanato before he left, Hanato gave him his purple belt. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that was, give the guy his purple belt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, I feel there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like he can hang with purple belts or he can hang with blue belts and he's going away, like, why wouldn't you do that?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
How to train while recovering from an injury? I think it depends on the injury.
Shit. Depends on the injury. Depends on. You got to go slow. Like literally, I'm coming back from a knee injury myself, and I'm training, and I just started really ramping it up. And a couple weeks ago, I really ramped it up, and I fucked my calf up. But like I'm just starting to do 3 or 4 rounds. I've been doing 2 rounds. Right. I'm doing some real pussy shit in the gym since recovering from this knee. And that's what my mind is saying. You're doing pussy shit. You're being a pussy. You're rolling only twice. You're rolling only one time. You're cupcaking it. You're being single mom soft. You're not doing what you want to do. But my heart is saying you're being smart. You're 41 years old. You're not what you used to be. You're injury prone. You're hurt all the time. I'm taking it easy. I'm listening to my body. And now I've been very, very smart on coming back from this knee injury than from my other ones.
Not only that too, if you're coming back from an injury and you're recovering, all of the muscles around your injury have also weakened because you've had to baby that injury. So it's like you might, let's say your injury's healed now, but what's around it might be weak, and you might not re-injure the same thing, but you might injure the thing that's right next to it. So if you had a bad knee, you might injure a
that's
calf.
Why my calf. Yeah. That's why I popped my calf because I was trying to, and like, boom, like, cause my body's like, this dude's trying to fire it up and everything's just popping and it's like, I haven't really done it in a while. So yeah, I'm starting to slowly build. So listen to it. Look at your mind is going to be like, you're ready. I want to come back. I'm ready to come back. But your heart, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. That song. But you're going to listen, like, don't. If you feel like you're ready to come back, give it a couple more weeks, bro. Like, cupcake your injuries, bro. Because you're the one who's limping around work. You're the one who can't sit down. You're the one who's changing lanes like this. That's you when no one's around. So being tough in the gym is not worth being hurt at the house. So like, just listen to your body. Jiu-jitsu is going to outlive us all, and live to train another day. I don't care how bad. Sometimes I feel like people are like, dude, Matt doesn't even really roll. He comes in here, teaches. He's kind of doesn't really do much. And I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm getting like judged by the guys on the team. Sometimes that's all internally. That's how my mind's thinking as I'm coming back from training. But realistically, I'm like, no, I'm like, these guys are sweating their own ass off. These guys are fighting their own injuries, their own demons, their own jobs, their own relationships, their own whatever. That is not what they're thinking. They're just worried about they're not, how many rounds did Matt do today? Do I think the guys are like, how many rounds did Tim do today? No, I don't know how many rounds each guy did that day. That's all mental. I need to just trust myself. Jiu-jitsu is my own race. Race your own race, but watch me run. And the only way I can run is by doing it safely and smartly and using my head.
Right. This one's from Mateo_TH. Who is John Golt?
I don't know. He sounds old as shit. Let's do a Google. Can we do a Google? What is this? Like it's some like rusty trombone sex position.
I thought this was going to be like an inside one where you knew who John Golt was.
I have no idea who this is. John Golt. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Let's search it. John Golt. John Golt is a character in Ayn Rand's novel Atlas Shrugged. He embodied Rand's ideal man, driven by ambition, reason, productivity, and achievement. His highest, I lost my spot. Gaul is the subject of the novel's frequently repeated question. Who is John Golt? Oh, it's part of the book. And the research finds the answer. He isn't identified by name until the final or third book. Your boy don't read. I'm never going to fucking know who this guy is. I don't read, dude. There's not enough pictures. He looks old as shit. And he probably gets dizzy on back rolls.
This is from Colby.Petri. How much time did you take off once you had a baby?
Bro, I mean, I took like that weekend off. I don't know, dude. Listen, the boy had to get to the gym. I mean, his baby's crying, baby's freaking out, wife's hormonal. Hey, sometimes it's good to go to the gym.
Well, and you also had paternity leave that you took.
I took her. Look, it's good. Hey, it's good to if you have a kid, it's good to like get the other kid out of the house. You know what I mean? Like take the other kid out and I just and I had to teach, so I had to go. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I had to go, guys. Sorry, sorry, honey. I'll see you later. But like, no, hey, if you just had a baby and it's like, or you just asking me how much time I took off, your boy didn't take off much time, but I thought that was beneficial for me because it's very important. I know that your wife or your girl is going through a lot and she's stressed out, she's hormonal and she wants you to be home and she's catastrophizes everything. She thinks you're going to die in a car accident all of a sudden because you've been driving your whole life. And she's like, oh, her mental is like kind of kooky. But it's important for us as men to get back to normalcy, get back to our training, because that's our stress relief. And a crying baby and an upset wife that you don't know why she's crying, and she probably hasn't fucking gave it up in weeks and now you have to wait 6 to 8 weeks to do it again. You need a release, my man. So it's important for you to go to training, but I would be mindful of how long you are at training and get back to her as soon as possible. Don't do like we normally do, and where we're just chilling at the gym and then going and getting sushi afterwards and get home and get back to helping. But it's important for us to find our release. What do you think?
I agree with that 100%. I did not have any children while I was training, so I'm only speculating here. I get I get it. My qualm when I came back to training was I felt guilty because my child was so young, and it's like, well, I'm missing out on time with her. Because by the time I get home from training, it's time for her to go to bed. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing. But again, a couple days a week was a request. A request from my wife, and absolutely necessary.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Kenny, have you realized? I went to Walmart the other day. There was so many fucking vibrators.
Really?
Like, there's a whole section of vibrators at Walmart, bro, in a glass case. Yeah, Who's buying vibrators?
Bro, let's talk about the double standard of that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bro, if there was a pocket pussy on the shelf at Walmart, there'd be uproar.
There'd be a petition. There'd be a black dude sitting in the front of Walmart saying, "Sign this petition, dog. Get the pussies out of here." Like,
but like, why are vibrators so like
acceptable,
socially accepted? And but if you're a dude. And trust me, I don't have like a fleshlight or anything like that. But if you were a guy that did that, you're almost like it's almost like a point of shame. But if you bring a vibrator into the bedroom, it's just like, oh, your girl's freaky. You
don't have to. You don't have to like buy them at Walmart. There is online shopping. Like, do these people not have internet? That the Walmart would just be like glass case, and they put them in a glass case. Like, chicks are just stealing fucking magic wands. Chickens are just stealing wands. Look, here's a hack. You buy the vibrator online, and if you buy online, they'll give you a free gift. And if you feed a free gift, you can fake the free gift and freaking. I'm not going to do this joke. This joke is going to get me in trouble. We're going to stop it right here. We're going to stop it right here. I just know it. I'm not going to. I'll be regretting it for weeks, dude. Nope, we're not doing it. Sorry. Anyways, I had a funny joke on there, but we're not going to do. But yeah, it is a double standard. I used to get embarrassed buying Jimmy hats when I was 14, and an old lady would look at me and be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you think I'm trying to do here?" Okay, and I bought a 3-pack, and I had 2 of them left till I was 17, dude.
Last question. It's not really a question, but this is just from Zuhair. We gave him a shout out for getting married, and he just said, finally got to listen to episode 86. Thank you so much for the shout out. Stay heavy.
Shout out Zuhair. Go to Walmart. Go to Walmart. Buy a vibrator for the wife, dude. And hey, shout out to you for leaving it in raw, dude. I hope you're going. Hope it's great. I hope life is great. The first 2-3 months of marriage, God, dude, so sticky, dude. Good for you, dude. Happy for you. Best luck. Best wishes.
That's it for the pod, brother. That's it for questions, at least.
You think what I'm thinking?
Aim for the bushes, my man.
Aim for the bushes. My name is Matt Nation BJJ. My name is Matt Nation BJJ. This is Kenny at Freak Party BJJ. Follow us on all our socials, Discord, YouTube, all that good stuff. Help us get to 7K on Instagram. Please share us. please, hey, if you guys want to help the podcast out once this week, just share our podcast. Share our podcast with the link on your story. That would be great. We really, really appreciate that. And we just appreciate you guys. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Oh.